Hello, this is the tradesight stock market preview and economic roadmap for the week beginning Monday, May 20th, 2013, ending on Friday the 24th. Biggest thing to focus on this week, and again, we have a week of light economic data. The biggest thing we're going to be focused on is this is the start of a new options month, really. Options expiration was this last Friday, but we have a 3-day weekend ahead. The following Monday is Memorial Day here in the U.S. The market's closed. That means Friday is going to be probably a very light day. And again, as I'll show you, we have very little in the way of economic data due out this week. So it should be a straightforward trading week. As usual, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the more institutional trading days. Those are the ones that'll probably see the most action. Monday could be a little light. Friday is going to be extremely light. People head out early for that long weekend. Here's the S&P 500 daily chart. You can see we pushed to new highs once again on Friday as we continue this tremendous uptrend. You can see that after breaking under this line temporarily in the middle of April, we failed to retest, as we've talked about many times, but this next moved up actually took us further away from the line than we've been, so it's actually accelerating the uptrend. So very interesting. Again, this is why we've talked about all the signals that we've seen along the way, the potential reversals. That's why we don't do anything with those until they are actually confirmed, because the market continues to push to new highs. And again, if you're on the wrong side of the market, you're not getting anywhere. This is definitely a bull market right now. Here's a look at the NDX. This is the NASDAQ 100, also pushing higher. And finally, after the poor action that we saw in January, February, and March, this is finally shaking loose a bit and heading upward. We are 9 bars into the actual countdown on the seeker here on the daily chart of the NASDAQ 100. Take a quick look at Apple, which closed down on Friday despite the market moving to new highs. It's a big trading stock for us. Also take a look at Google. Google is 10 bars up. Remember, 13 is the sell signal on Google on the daily chart. 10 bars up so far. Had a moderately green day on Friday. And again, they had their big conference, development conference this week, which pushed the stock into the 900s. So that's a look at some of the key daily stocks charts that we follow. Here's a look at the S&P E-mini futures from the entire week. These are 30-minute bars of the week, and you can see Monday we had a little move up. Tuesday was the bigger push. Wednesday, a little bit more of a push. Thursday was fairly dull. Friday for options expiration was dull until the last hour's play. You'll notice, or last couple hours, I guess, you'll notice on the 30-minute time frame, the 9-bar setup phase right here was the top back on Wednesday, which topped us out all the way into Thursday until late Friday when we broke out of that base. We are now, if we go to projection mode, 8 bars up. I like to look at a couple different time frames as well. Let's take a quick look at 65-minute bars. So these give you the data for the week in basically close to hour candles. Nothing from a signal perspective here really. Also, we can drop it down to 15-minute bars and see the last few days where we did have a sell signal back at the beginning of Friday, but that contained us until the late day move on Friday. So for the week ahead, what are we looking for? Well, let's take a look at all the economic data, and there isn't that much. We'll pull it up right here. I can show it all on one screen. There's no data Monday, no data Tuesday here in the U.S. Wednesday, MBA mortgage index, not a big deal. Existing home sales, we got a testimony from Fed Chair Bernanke. We've got crude oil inventory. The minutes of the last Fed meeting will be released at 2 in the afternoon Eastern Time on Wednesday. All that being said, Bernanke's testimony can move the market. The rest of it's not very important. Thursday, the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims data. Another housing number, new home sales, and natural gas. Friday, durable orders. None of this is big data. None of it. So, again, I think the thing to focus on this week, and usually we like to pick one thing. You know, last week was options expiration and Google's conference. This week we don't have earnings. We don't have a Fed announcement. We have very little in the way of data. There's no options expiration. There's nothing to point to this week other than the fact that we do have a 3-day weekend ahead, and things are going to definitely slow down at the back end of the week. We're heading into summer now. There's going to be slow Fridays, that's as we usually see in the summer, a little bit slower than normal, especially in the afternoons. Fridays are often days for key data, so you get movement in the morning off the data, and then everybody goes home for the weekend. This one will definitely be like that because people are leaving for a long weekend. So we will call them as we see them. We'll have new stock picks daily, and we'll be calling intraday stuff in the lab as always. We hope to see you there. Have a great trading week.